Hey guys, this is Muaz from SuperYacht Times, and today I have some exciting news to share because we just signed a partnership with Jack Robinson of the Superyacht Technology Show. Welcome, Jack.
Hello, my pleasure, and thanks for having us here at your amazing new offices with beautiful views.
Thank you. So the big question maybe for you guys is, first of all, why do we sign a partnership with the Superyacht Technology Show? Well, there's a few reasons. First of all, I mean, it's third year, the upcoming one, and it has grown to be, like a very good event for people interested in technology. And from our side, as SuperYacht Times, we launched a magazine called How to Build It, which you can see here, which is a publication, a technical yacht publication. So for us, that sector of the market is extremely important, and also for our coverage, and we share basically the same audience. We want to serve with new ideas, new technologies, and Jack does it through a great show, and we through the media side. Secondly, also important, 3 years ago, we bought a software company called Yatai. And we have been doing a huge amount of work, of which very soon I'll tell you more about. So the whole philosophy is Yacht is going to change, and it's going to really create a new experience for yacht owners and crews. So we are really, really keen to present that as well at the Superyacht Technology Show. Jack, so why is this partnership good for you guys?
Well, I think you've got amazing access to the people that we want to attend the show. I've got a lot of respect for the publications and the websites that you do. I read them myself. And you've given some great coverage for us with our investment in January by Wilf and Matea, which has allowed us to take the show from, where it was to quadrupling the size, adding 2 new halls, which, are focused one on very much the digital and AV world, and the other much more on, say, the hardware and VSAT and stabilizers, things like that. So the look and feel will be very, very different. And I think having you there, not only in the capacity of SuperYacht Times, but also presenting Yatai, is going to work very well for our content, our kind of TED Talk style in our 500 seats conference facility on site.
Yeah, so it's very exciting, especially, tripling the size of quadrupling, you said?
Quadrupling in volume, and I would say tripling the attendance.
And so what is new at the upcoming edition for the people who have been at the last two? What is going to change?
I would say, so what we position ourselves as is, one, we're a private show just for the superyacht industry, not open to the public. Then we have, the 500 seat conference where we are much more TED Talks in style, 15 to 20 minutes, fast paced. And then we have, I suppose this year, so a networking event, but with a trade show and the conference. And this year, I certainly think the look and feel is going to feel a lot more like a trade show. The things that you'll see, we've added a roof terrace. We have added a VIP dining cube. You can actually see all of these on a 3D walkthrough that we created that you can see on Superyacht Technology Network.com.
Oh, I saw it. It's a really great tool to really give an idea of what it will look like and how big it in size it's going to be. So in terms of visitors, is it mainly, the suppliers and the people involved in the technology, or do you also like to see, and do you expect to see the designers, the shipyards, the owners teams who are not on the technical side? So is it for everybody?
100%. I think with it's about seeing all of your suppliers in one place. We bring in innovation, new technology, new suppliers that you may not have seen, education on really fun stuff. Like obviously last year we had the designer of Beats, Dr. Dre headphones, with his new headphones for ultra high net worth individuals, but also covering the complex issues that are affecting the industry. If we're looking at Leo, Mio, Starlink, the new Amazon services, OneWeb, what is going to be the impact of those? We'll have experts really telling you from a non-salesy, if you like, an unbiased point of view, what's happening in tech in the industry. So the people we want is absolutely, we want all the new build teams. We want, last year we had Lursen and Fedship on the main stage. We want as many shipyards. We want, owners reps. We also very much want all of the technical crew, which is kind of where we started. So AVIT officers, engineers is a big new focus for us. So we have this new engineering hall called the Discovery Hall. So anybody who wants to top up their knowledge on technology in the superyacht sector absolutely is on.
I seem to remember you have a special package as well for VIPs, more or less that you basically fly them in, right? That they can come and visit.
So we have a package, the VIP, because of the expansion now, and also very few people engage with the flight element because actually sometimes to do with laws in relation to corruption and things like that. So what we offer now is a big increased VIP package of saying you get breakfast, you get lunch, and I mean a real cooked lunch, not sandwiches. Cooked lunch, you have access to a bar where the drinks are completely free, and each night we do a huge party. So Marina Port Vale on the opening night, then our grand gala dinner that we did in association with LG for the last few years, putting installations up in the forest above Barcelona. So of course, then you have access to the conference, you have access to all of the trade halls as well. So we really, really look after the people who have become part of the VIP program. And I think,
who is eligible for this program?
So absolutely anyone we would class as a buyer. So we already, last week we were in France and we saw all the big management companies. They are very excited about this because they want, the people on there. One management company who has 20 new builds underway, and they said, we will send someone from every single new build. So this is anyone in the buying sphere. So if you're an owner's rep, you're a project manager, you're technical crew on a yacht, you can sign up, but be aware that, this is a very high investment program for us. So we have 500 VIP seats available. You can come through Superyacht Times or whatever way through the management companies that we work with, the big six, let's say. But if you're thinking of joining, make sure that you do apply soon for the VIP program.
Well, very exciting, and I think it's a great initiative as well. Because the success of a show is pretty much okay, you need the exhibitors, but you need to bring business as well. And I think you do a big effort on bringing the buyers and the actual people. Who can make a difference for the exhibitors, but also give these people something new, and they want to learn something. And I think the tech talks and the whole conference idea around it is also a great idea and very important.
Yeah, you have to put the investment in bringing the buyers over. That has been one of the pivotal things. I think, last year, Savage Lighting, I think probably the leading lighting company in the industry, said they got more return on their investment at this show than all of the boat shows put together. And I think that's to do with there's no distractions, there's no brokerage or anything like that. But something that was actually quite interesting, speaking to John Wyborn, was President of MIBA, was we said we would open it up to send, for example, 15, 20 brokers. Because what he said to us was actually now you're finding the younger brokers are matched to the younger buyers because they ask a lot about technology. And if you can't answer the questions, it becomes much harder to sell a project to them.
Are owners also welcome?
100%. So, Will is already engaged with several owners. We've had owners actually come along in the past, though I have to say they did slightly disguise themselves as crew members last time. But we later found out there was actually a couple of owners there. So that was really good. But 100%, there's a fun element to it, like the kind of Beats Dr. Dre side. But we also have a very technical element. And we've added a new stage this year, the discovery stage, which is all about product demos. In response to our surveys last year that said more product demos.
Yeah. And what is the future for the Superyacht Technology Show? You're going to make it a lot bigger business or exciting ideas?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's always the goal of the business, but I think it's like keeping with our vision, which I found when I sat down with Will for our meal where he surprised me. I thought we were talking about sponsorship and it was actually an offer for investment. So it was an interesting conversation. But I think our vision is very similar. But I do think, without giving too much away, that we have to look beyond even the superyacht sector. The owners now have an ecosystem around them, private islands, their penthouses, their houses. And the expectation is that technology works in a seamless manner across all of your property. Your access to your content is the same across all of the properties. Similar to, say, with Yacht Eye, your expectation for what you would be able to get a similar experience. So we're saying, the future, let's see, certainly expansion, but always focused around ultra high net worth individuals.
Yeah. No, very good. And is there still space? Because, we were going up and down and it seems like a lot of spots are filled already. Of course, we got a great space for you, but is there still some space for people who want to sign up?
Yeah, absolutely. We've given you a main entrance auditorium, above the auditorium space. So you're in a fantastic location where they can come and pick up the SuperYacht Times, publications and meet your team. But we are actually, the innovation lab is sold out and the discovery lab is at 50% capacity. That meaning that we are still 9 months away and, the stands are absolutely flying off the shelf. One thing that we are doing, because we are still a small show, 150 stands, and we want to have more varieties, we do allow stand sharing, because from our point of view, we're thinking putting the user first, putting the buyer first. If you turn up and you can see 300 pieces of tech at a show that has 150 stands, that makes perfect sense to me. So we're not putting crazy restrictions on stand sharing. So if companies say, well, I don't know the show, it's an investment, and they have 3 products that they want to present all on one stand and split the cost, that's something we're very welcome, to receive, because it benefits the, the buyers, the visitors.
Very important as well, Jack. When is the event happening and where?
So March 2024 on the 20th and 21st. The reason we have moved to 20th and 21st of March 2024 is we needed to take a year out simply to build the size of the show and the feel of the show. And you can imagine Will is a guy that has expectations. So we are, taking a year to really focus on bringing this show back at a whole other level.
Some
we
good
need
pressure.
Us entrepreneurs, I think we thrive on a little bit of pressure, but also he's turned out to be a really good mentor and has a really clear vision. And I genuinely believe he wants to do good for the industry. And I think one of the things that we've tried to clarify very clearly as well is that this was Will Fermetier as an individual investing in us. There is no link to any of the companies or anything like that. So probably you won't even see, for example, Bond at the show.
They can buy a stand, right?
But if they want to stand, they have to pay for it like everybody else. But they certainly, he's obviously there in the background supporting me, and his access to the market as well is really important in terms of bringing the buyers. A bit like with yourselves, we know you have a really relationship with all the shipyards, and that helps us, and hopefully we help you as well.
Very good, Jack. Thanks for joining, and look forward to working with you.
Yeah, look forward to working with you too.